everyone, and welcome to the next part. I'm gonna try and get the original Xbox done too here, because the reason I'm doing some of these now is I'm basically doing this and then packing them. Because though I got kind of detoured on moving out, I still plan on moving out, but I got a little detoured, so I have to look around more for another place that. But anyway, first thing, I have not done an update video with this in it, so this is exclusive news from my collection. Back to the Future, the game from Telltale Games. In case you weren't aware, there was a point-and-click game that is a sequel to Back to the Future 3. I believe 6 months after, and it's I believe 5 episodes. And I think it's going to be really fun, and I do plan on doing a Let's Play of it, of course. But at the moment, I'm not sure if I'm going to start yet. I did finish Ico and Dark Souls, like I said in my bulletin, but I want to try and get those up before I start doing more video footage for another thing. But anyway, going on to the rest of the collection. Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo Dungeon. The Chocobo series keeps getting more and more confusing as they keep making games for it. Like, there are like 3 different continuums of the Chocobo series now. I just don't understand how they interact with each other, or if they even are. I mean, each one seems to be making its own continuum these days. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's getting confusing. Like, I have what was the last one, as far as I'm aware of, which was on the DS that didn't come to America. It's something about Witch, and I think that's supposed to be a new continuum from this one in the DS Fables book thing. But anyway, this is a Magic Dungeon game, and it's probably one of the easiest ones I've played since Chocobo Dungeon 1. It has a job system, and you attain levels. So usually the core process that makes magical dungeon games last a really long time is that you do not retain your levels. You usually upgrade your gear, or in case of some like Azor's Dreams or anything else trying to be like a Pokemon mix, like the 4th Dragon Quest Magic Dungeon game, Yangus's quest thing. But well, the monsters retain a level, but yours, as we said, you retain your levels in this, so it's just a grind fest, basically. You can eventually become really powerful. It's kind of a weird story. You end up in some lost land where time is weird, and people forget memories and stuff, and it's the really thing that's really nice about this game is the Italian soundtrack. The Italian soundtrack is pretty much a compilation of all the music from every Final Fantasy. I mean, it even has, I believe, 2 tracks from Final Fantasy XI, which most people don't even count a lot when they're referring to the series because of it being an MMO. But Obscure Aftermath. This is a sequel to Obscure. I liked it, Obscure. It was a co-op survival horror RPG. I liked that idea. Story was pretty bleh, but the gameplay I thought was okay because it was in co-op. Again, this continues co-op survival horror and its basics, and this one goes a lot darker than the first one, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first one was kind of fucked up at the end too, but this one, like, literally goes American horror movie, which, I mean, don't expect everyone to live. Super Paper Mario. I got pretty far on this. Stopped, but I do need to pick back in that. It was very refreshing at first, but then started getting kind of repetitive for that. It's a mix of RPG and platforming, which is why I'm assuming it was called Super Paper Mario. Super for the platforming and Paper Mario for the RPG elements. So it's a kind of interesting mix of that. Resident Evil 4, the Wii edition. I have beat Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. I lent it to a friend, and he destroyed the whole thing, so I gave it to him as a shitty gift, because he destroyed it, and I bought the Wii version. I did not really play the Wii version. I know it has the added campaign, which I never got to, and oop. Poor dragon. You died in your prime. You alive? Nope. You dead. Anyway, I guess that's what he gets for playing on nothing. Maybe he was playing too much Dark Souls. Yeah, he was playing too much Dark Souls. Upanan. I think I'm pronouncing it that way. Upanan. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong, but it's an RPG, and I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the person who did the music for Final Fantasy 12, if I remember correctly. I remember somebody had something connect this. It's a weird RPG. I remember one of the weird catchphrases was the you could do a simple one-hand controller using the nunchuck without needing to actually use the remote as a control setting, and it's interesting. I mean, it's very simplistic looking. And the thing I really hate is you start off by yourself. I hate RPGs where you start solely by yourself, because that makes the whole thing start out really boring, because beginning of RPG normally always starts boring, usually, because you just hack stuff, because you don't have all kinds of techniques, magic, and strategic value kicking in yet, because then people would bitch about being too hard. But when you're by yourself, it just makes that whole concept even lesser, and takes longer to get your party members and that. So I did not get really far in that. Something I have 2 Japanese import games, and that's what these 2 were. And they were originally because I had that. If you ever heard about that, I think they were called Intel. They made a disc where you could play imports, and this one did not work in it. I can't remember what this anime was called. It's very old. Very well-known boxing anime that the game looked very interesting. I was very disappointed that Intel just did not work with it, but it did work with this one, which I can't remember the anime. It did come to America now. It wasn't in America when I got this, as far as I was aware of, but this was on sale really cheap on PlayAsia, so I got it too, and it did work with the Intel disc until obviously the update that killed the Intel disc, which made them unplayable. You bastards. Hate you and your region locking of systems. You locked the 3DS. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate AllStars, which is the second release of the Tatsunoko versus. The first one had one character that did not appear in this one, because, okay, first game came out and they didn't announce anything or any plans for an American release, and basically, many people in America are like, we want it, and it's amazing because Capcom listened. This is probably the last thing they did for their fans that was really appreciated, but they brought Tatsunoko vs. Capcom AllStars, which was the Wii release of it, to America, and they added more characters, and they had to go through a time, because most of the Tatsunoko characters, whether they're known or not known in America very well, can vary from character to character, but many of them don't have any appearance. Like, most people are going to recognize, obviously, oh shit, I can't remember. Oh, it's been so long since I saw that anime. Shit, what was it called? Oh crap, I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, the point is, many of the characters don't have their series and stuff in America, and if they do, they're pretty limited. But anyway, so Capcom had to do a lot of licensing work, and one of the characters they could not work out the licensing for one character that appeared in the original, so he got scrapped, and a bunch of new characters, like, they added Frank West into it, which I was very disappointed to find you have to unlock him, so I have to get back to getting him unlocked, because I want to do one Let's Play video of this, Chronicles. As you notice, I did one of Turbo number 2, and I don't really have plans to do like fighting games like with every character ending and stuff like that. I generally like go with the characters I like and stuff, unless there's some primary reason for doing it. But I wanted to do a Let's Play with Frank West in my team, so and get his ending, and so plan to see a little short video of that sometime. Final Fantasy Crystal Barrels. Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Barrels. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Barrels. Wow. Like, I could not think this series could not have been even worsely done. But then they made it. Okay, this was, like, announced, like, way back before the Wii came out. So, it was being worked on for a long, long time. And this destroyed the series for me. I mean, I don't know. I kept hoping every single Crystal Chronicles game, even when they did the weird DS Wii crossover thing where they could interconnect and that, I kept giving them try after try, and I just couldn't like them. The co-op disappointed me, and overall, it disappointed me, and it's just like, I get it's supposed to be, they've always said since the beginning, it's a different experience, but what did they do to the littles? Like, what the heck happened? It's just, the art direction's weird from the originals. I mean, at least the DS kept the art direction. Like, I don't know what they would do. Trauma Team. I know, Trauma Cell game. I like these Wii ones, cause they have co-op in them, and I find the co-op very fun with the Trauma games. I hope it's something they keep doing. I played, not a whole bunch of this, hopefully, I'm actually hoping to maybe actually do a Let's Play on this, because a friend of mine's going to be moving back down here, who I was originally playing it with, and we might actually do a Let's Play on that or something. Mad World. I got really far on Mad World, and then I got tired of it, because it is very repetitive. The art style is very interesting, but it gets very repetitive. Destroy All Humans, Big Willie Unleashed. It was really cheap at Walmart, and I never played any of the Destroy All Humans games, and I don't know if this plays like the original release of it, but well, I mean, obviously it doesn't play exactly like it. You use the motion control and shit, but I mean, I don't know if there were like changes to levels and stuff, and I don't know, but I didn't really like it. Super Swing Golf. I like golf, and you might think that's stupid, lame, or weird, or whatever. I don't care. I do like golf, and this ain't. It was like one of the first golf games released on the Wii, and I think it was alright. Okami. I never got to experience Okami on the GameCube, and I never finished Okami yet, so I got to play a little bit on the GameCube. I never actually got the Wii version, because I was like, ooh, the motion might add an interesting touch to it. I really don't like, you notice there's that skull thing. You'd think that's a sticker, but it ain't a sticker. It's actually part of the artwork cover, and I think that's kind of shitty. The Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Times, by the DS version. I tried the online with this, and it was so horrible. As to my understanding, if you're playing on the Wii, you are a host. You treat like the host automatically, and it lagged so horribly. Like at this time, my sister's husband, who was her boyfriend at the time, but his husband now, but he told me they actually made an accessory where you can directly connect the line to the Wii now. So I was like, oh, well, I need to actually look into that, and I don't even know if anyone plays this anymore, though, so, if it, this actually, to my understanding, this actually fixed what I was majorly complaining about by making co-op part of the storyline again. But it was so laggy as fuck, and my friend didn't buy. I didn't have any friends who bought it. They either gave up or they didn't like Crystal Chronicles to begin with. Soulcalibur Legends. The full Soulcalibur spin-off. It's a hack and slash. It's not a fighting game, it's a hack and slash, and it's supposed to be like the origin stories of what happened to what was his name? Siegfried? Yeah, that was his name, right? I think it was pretty bad, to be honest. Story, I don't know much. I never finished that, but the gameplay seemed pretty bad to me. The Fire Emblem Way Into Dawn. I bought this because the game. I did not get to play this yet. Strategy games always so time consuming. I still have other ones I have to finish. I bought it quickly because the GameCube one came pretty well. I think it's a little more manageable to get now. I still need to get the GameCube version, but I didn't want to risk this one becoming well like that did for a long time. Red Steel, which was the first game I believe I got. I don't remember if I got. I remember I got Super Swing really early in the Wii's life. I don't remember I got. This was one of the first games that were really making people interested in the motion, and sadly would disappoint most people. I got really far into it, and I got stuck in some weird place where I got kidnapped and shit, and I don't remember exactly what's going on. My Sims, my friend, for some reason bought this game, and he hated it, and he gave it to me as a shitty gift, and I hate it. It's basically animal. Like, I don't even know why they call it My Sims, really, or if they wanted to keep this Sims kind of thing to it. Should have tried it. Like, really, it's Sims painting over Animal Crossing. It's a lot like Animal Crossing, and it's not. I hate Animal Crossing. I thought Animal Crossing was originally fun, but it's kind of like how I feel about sandbox games now. It's like there's so many of them now. Rampage Total Destruction. I got this really cheap, and it's really boring to be honest, because all you really do is just do a lot of shaking and shit with your controller, and it tires out your arms. I guess if you want a weird workout, you could do that. Okay. Scoot this stuff over, because we got some more over here. Castlevania Judgment. As I mentioned previously before, I usually don't play all the killer storylines in fighting games too often, unless there's some more grander picture to it all. And Judgment is a exception to that. It did have a grander picture. It had a ultimate ending of everything if you played and beat everyone, then played it again as whoever you wanted to beat the story with. This game was both horrendous and interesting at the same time. The art direction, in my opinion, is horrendous of most of the characters, and like how they portrayed young Maria in this game, I think was horrible. Like, pair her up with almost any of the other female characters, and you will see, or just look it up on YouTube. I mean, like, what the hell? She's a little girl, and she's like, even the succubus is bigger than mine. It's like, what? Okay, this game is a, some people consider, the dude who's in here, he's in the top corner there. It's kind of hard to see him because the background's all black and white, but, he's a time traveler, and most people think he has to do with the guy from, Course of Darkness' organization. But anyway, something is basically trying to destroy all time and shit and kill Dracula, which would screw all of time over. So, you basically, he's trying to find someone to defeat this thing, and this is what was really interesting to me. This thing was sent by the, what was its name? It's a green dinosaur thing that's from Kid Dracula. It also is a boss in Symphony at Night. It was considered a reference, though, because people consider Kid Dracula Alucard because he's supposed to be Dracula's kid, but a lot of people it's always been on the fence whether Kid Dracula really was a part of Castlevania or just some goofy thing. And this kinda basically says, yeah, Kid Dracula is part of Castlevania's storyline. Because it's... the assassin, who's a weird version of Death, who came to kill Dracula, was sent by him to kill Dracula, because he always wanted to conquer over Dracula and have everything he had. So it's very interesting in that aspect, but as a fighter, it's pretty poor. And I didn't like how they did Grant. Hell, I didn't like how they did a lot of killers. They did a lot of weird. And also, I found something weird about this. The wolf dude from Castlevania 64 is in this. In the official Japanese timeline, the N64 game, third Game Boy game, Castlevania Legends, and I believe something else, I can't remember, were removed from the storyline con, and that confused me. Why is he in this game then? I don't know. Dead Rising, chop till you drop. I did not appreciate this game at all when it first came out. I found it very disappointing and did not play it for a long time. And then one day I was bored and played it, and I'm like, actually this ain't too bad. And I think it's... if you go in with the mind saying, hoping this is Dead Rising on the Wii, you will be disappointed. If you go in thinking this is a different kind of game, you might find something in there. But it really is nothing really new in it. I mean, they changed a few things in the order of events, but aside from the different gameplay, the storyline pretty much remains the same. Dragon Quest Swords, the Masked Queen and the Tower of Mirrors. This is a sequel to, if I'm pronouncing it right, Dragon Quest Kenshin's, I don't know, most people just call it Kenshin, but, Dragon Quest Kenshin was a plug-in game, and, I'll show that off one time, sometime. I never beat it. I got near the end, and shit got really freaking hard. But, I liked Kenshin's control bell with the sword thing you would play like with the Wii remote. This had a few new ideas to it, and not all necessarily bad. The one thing I really liked in this game is you could have a party. You can't have a party in the original, you would just by yourself. So I actually liked the party. The Mighty Strike thing is very similar to something in Kenshin as well. It's a little carried out differently in here, but there was something similar in Kenshin where you had to do certain slashes to activate a special move. Since it's in Japanese, I haven't really figured out most of them. But yeah, this is a pretty fun game. It's pretty short. I really did like it, but I liked the controls in Kenshin a little bit. Fragile Dreams, Farewell Wounds of the Moon. Drew Wario actually did a video of this about a year after it came out, I believe, and he really liked it. I kind of mixed feelings on it. It's not bad, and this is all, if I remember correctly, this cover is, yeah, it's a reversible cover, so you're seeing the other side of, the cover, so, no normal information. When I looked up at this, it kind of seemed like a weird survival horror RPG, and how the environment starts out kind of gives you that idea, but it kind of gradually removes that idea if you came in with that mindset. I mean, you are technically surviving, but it's not really very horrifying. If I was to whip off Drew Wario, you play this game for the story. The gameplay ain't like horrible, but it's not revolutionizing either, but it's okay. It's probably cheaper now. I mean, like, how long? I believe I beat it when I was in New York the second time I visited New York, so that was a while ago. But the ending was also kind of weird and kind of sad too. Link's crossbow training. Yeah, I bought that weird thing, and yeah, I know, that's the box mashed into a case. I was really actually disappointed with this thing. Like, it goes up to the, what was it, like a skeleton, giant skeleton thing, I believe, or was it that, oh, I can't remember. You don't fight Gandalf at the end of this, and, I mean, why did I say Gandalf? Oh my goodness, it's too early in the morning for this stuff, and, you don't fight Ganondorf. You don't fight Ganondorf at the end, so it was like, what the hell? I mean, aside from that, I mean, it does what it does. You shoot, point that. Lost in Shadow, we did Let's Play this, and, you can see it on my channel. I really did enjoy this. It has very Ico-ish, kind of feel to it, and, I did feel like it started drawing itself out near the end, but, I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it. Manhunt 2. I have been Manhunt 2. I have not been Manhunt 1. I got like near the end of Manhunt 1 and it started getting really out of control. But, you know, I don't know what the big deal with Manhunt 2 was. I know there was like all this horrifyingly stupid controversial shit over it. You know, I'm fine keeper of, it's the parents' responsibility to keep this stuff. Just keep it out of your child's hands, for goodness sake. Sheesh. I don't know. It's kind of weird storyline once you start understanding what's going on, but I don't see what's so horrifying. I've seen worse television movie shit than this. I honestly don't see the big deal. I mean, I've seen far worse shit on television and movies and stuff, so yeah, you stab and kill people. Whoop-de-doo. They're not real people. They're fake. If you can't understand that, don't let that person play games, you know. I mean, if they can't understand what's fiction, they shouldn't interact with books, movies, games, music, or anything like that. Metal Gear Solid Anthology. Probably one of the greatest ways you could experience Metal Slug if you've never played one. I've played Metal Slug before, but I've never really owned any, because, for Metal Gear, it's kind of hard to own a lot of copies of it if it's not on SNK's original console thing they made, the Neo Geo console. I mean, there's like some different ones here and there, but overall the series was kind of scoured around for America. This is 7 games. This is Metal Slug 1, 2, X, which X is like a remixed version of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is the first time available. And 7, I believe, is on the DS and PSP, but this is an awesome compilation of, at the time, and pretty much the only real compilation of all the games still. I would highly suggest even now, until they make a more better compilation that includes 7. Very excellent, lots of fun. I beat them all. It was some of my first time playing a lot of them, because I've known Metal Slug for a long time, but I only got to play a few of them in arcades a long time ago. No More Heroes, one of my favorite games on the Wii. Like, it's like insanity to the max. I mean, seriously, I don't know how the PS3 version. I've been curious to maybe get it and replay it, because, you know, I thought about it. It's kind of mixed feelings on the idea. I never got to No More Heroes 2, sadly. I really need to get to that. It's always hard to get to everything. Journey of Dreams. Nights into Dreams was on the Sega Saturn. I never got to play Nights into Dreams. It's it's expensive, and, well, last time I looked at it, maybe I should re-look and see how it's going now, but, you know, a lot of people were really excited hearing Sega was going to make another Nights game. It's like, yay, and apparently pretty much all those people were really disappointed. Voice acting and story is pretty meh, in my opinion, but I enjoyed the gameplay, actually. It wasn't bad. And, I'd love to play Nights into Dream. Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. This was a arcade style, like House of the Dead style game, and it was supposed to be like a recap thing. The idea was basically to recap the entire story prior to Resident Evil 5, basically. It was okay. Had some side mission stuff in there, and a few extra hidden missions, and it was okay. Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I was really being excited with Snake and Lucas, Motherless Waste, and having a story mode and online was disappointing. It lagged forever. But of course I was using Wi-Fi, which at the time I don't even know if that hookup thing I was just talking about even existed for a while. Story mode, story's okay I guess, but it is kind of weird too. I did not get to play a lot of this. I unlocked everything in there, but I didn't play it as much as I did with the other stuff. I just basically played story, unlocked it, played it with some friends, and shelled it. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, a GameCube exclusive. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I know, some people were really on the fence of that. It's like, what? You're gonna put on the Wii? Be honest, I think you'll better off with the GameCube version. Because I don't really like what they did. They reversed the whole game, which destroyed the tradition with Link. Link, if you didn't know, is always been left-handed, and because they reversed it, they said they did this because most people are right-handed, and they want players to simulate themselves with Link. So they want him to be right-handed so he would match the majority of people. Makes no sense because it's not even required to swing your sword or anything. I mean, it's just, I don't get why they were. And apparently in Skyward Sword they made him right-handed again for the exact same reason and pissed off a whole bunch of more people. Overall, it's a good game. It felt like it was just going through the same motions again to me. I think I think they want to fix that problem with Skyward Sword for senior people who've been Zelda fans for a long time. I'm thinking that's kind of why they drastically changed the setting a lot. They're trying to freshen up the game some, which I'm hoping they do, but I'm not really having high hopes though, to be honest. I mean, this is a good game. It's a good game, but if you played Zelda for a long time, you're not going to really get anything particularly new out of it. House of the Dead Overkill, which I don't know if it has already been released or it's still being set as a Wii release, but I believe it was going to be on the PlayStation 3 using its Move with additional stages and story and stuff. This is a very different House of the Dead experience. I mean, it plays like House of the Dead, but the story is what takes you play as G's like the main focus here. G was always the second player character who had no real. He didn't have much story when the series started out. He started getting story, a little story in 2 and more story in 3, and this one's supposed to be a prequel to the whole zombie thing. It's supposed to be what happened exactly, what caused everything. And G is the main star of it, and this is like something they made this very corny and stereotypical. So expect a lot of weird like 70s stereotyping kind of horror genre shit. I wouldn't say it was bad, but the ending was kind of weird. Commissar New Blood, yay for co-op, Swordway. This one wasn't bad too. It wasn't too bad. Then we got Wii Play, a bunch of mini games, you know. I got it because of the extra control mainly, and more stuff to play with people. Then of course you have the original title, Wii Sports, which again, yeah, it's just stuck in the case thing. And then we have Super Super Mario AllStars, the 25th anniversary, which the box looks very nice, but I found the contents pretty disappointing, to be honest. You get an art book and a music CD. The music CD ain't anything particularly special. You get like one track for most of the major Mario games, and then a bunch of little sounds from the original game, like the coin sound, the level up sound, and that. The art book has little tidbits from each person. A little disappointing because I will like the. Something I always wanted to hear is the discussion between the lost levels of Mario Brothers 2. I would love to always hear them like talk about how they came to that kind of idea. If you want to see the contents, there's the case for the game, and I would assume this is probably out print. I don't really think they have any more of these in copies of it. And then you have the history case here. I have the music CD in my car. The art book. Crap. I gotta get that. The art book. Basically, in the bottom you see a little thing. I mean, look how much information that it has. Miyamoto, Tazunoko, and Kondo, which I probably butchered all their names except Miyamoto. But I mean, yeah, you get a page, and it's like I would love them to talk more about the American Super Mario Bros. 2, and they got doodles. These are more doodles. Mort. Randy Morton. Here's some really old Nintendo merchandise. And 25th. Bunch of random stuff. Oh, sorry. Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of disappointed with the stuff you get with that. I would have really loved a lot more information about each game from the people, like actual interviews, like stuff, but I guess they want to do that. But at least they didn't sell it really expensive, if I remember correctly. What was it, like $39? I mean, that ain't as horrible. I mean, I've seen worse things really overpriced. They're gonna charge $60 for it, and that should be everything on the Wii, I think. Let's see. Actually, I think. Oh yes, I think I did forget 2 more here. Oh dear. My bad. Yes, I forgot 2 other games actually. Sambadanigo! Dreamcast game. Walk is really hard to get for that. So I was really excited to see this on Wii. And then Dopakan Kingdom, which is a weird board game RPG. The friendship destroying game, as it likes to call itself. I did get to play a good bit of this with a friend. Never finished it. It's pretty long. I think it also would have been fun with a full 4 people. But, yeah. And yeah, that should be everything now, I hope. Okay, see you next time.